Sir Alex Ferguson is undoubtedly one of the greatest football managers of all time, known for his unparalleled success with Manchester United. His 26-year tenure at Old Trafford saw him lead the Red Devils to 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, and 2 Champions League trophies. However, since his retirement in 2013, Manchester United has struggled to find a manager who can match his success. In this video, we explore what could happen if Sir Alex Ferguson returned to Manchester United as their manager today. We will consider 5 possible scenarios that could play out if the legendary Scottish manager was back in charge at the Theatre of Dreams. Hey, welcome to Downward Dog, where we bring you the most mind-boggling scenarios. Subscribe now and join our community. Without further ado, let's get straight into the first scenario. Scenario 1, Ferguson as Director of Football. The first scenario we're going to explore is what would happen if Sir Alex Ferguson were to return to Manchester United as a Director of Football. In this role, he would oversee the club's transfer strategy, scouting network, and youth development. Ferguson's extensive experience in football management would make him a valuable asset in this position. He could help the club identify and acquire the best young talent from around the world, as well as develop the club's own youth players. He could also work closely with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to develop a long-term vision for the club, ensuring that Manchester United continue to compete at the highest level for years to come. One potential issue with this scenario is the potential for conflicts between Ferguson and Solskjaer. If Ferguson were to disagree with Solskjaer's transfer targets or tactics, it could create tension between the two. However, if they were able to work together effectively, this scenario could lead to a bright future for Manchester United. But wait, there's more! Keep watching to find out the other scenarios, including one that involves Sir Alex Ferguson returning to the dugout as Manchester United manager. Scenario 2, Ferguson as a mentor to Solskjaer. In Scenario 2, we'll look at what would happen if Sir Alex Ferguson returned to Manchester United as a mentor to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. As a former Manchester United player and reserve team manager, Solskjaer has close ties to the club, but he's still relatively inexperienced as a manager at the highest level. Ferguson could help Solskjaer develop his management skills and improve his decision-making in crucial moments. He could also help Solskjaer build a winning mentality within the squad and teach him how to handle the pressure of managing a top club like Manchester United. The main advantage of this scenario is that it would allow Solskjaer to continue as manager of Manchester United, while also benefiting from the guidance and support of one of the greatest football managers of all time. However, it remains to be seen whether Solskjaer would be willing to accept such a mentorship role and whether he would be able to implement Ferguson's advice effectively. Scenario 3. Ferguson and a transfer overhaul. In Scenario 3, we'll explore what would happen if Sir Alex Ferguson returned to Manchester United with the goal of overhauling the team's transfer strategy. Manchester United have had mixed success in the transfer market in recent years, with some signings failing to live up to expectations. Ferguson's extensive knowledge of the football world could help him identify the best players to target and negotiate favorable deals for the club. He could also work with the club's scouting network to identify young talent from around the world, ensuring that Manchester United continue to bring in the best players for years to come. The main challenge with this scenario is the potential for clashes between Ferguson and the club's current transfer team. If they were not willing to work with Ferguson or accept his ideas, it could create a difficult situation. However, if Ferguson were able to work with the club's transfer team effectively, this scenario could lead to significant improvements in the squad. Keep watching to find out the last 2 scenarios, including one that would see Sir Alex Ferguson return to the dugout as Manchester United manager. Scenario 4. Ferguson as a consultant. In Scenario 4, we'll explore what would happen if Sir Alex Ferguson returned to Manchester United as a consultant. In this role, he would work closely with the club's owners and executives to develop a long-term strategy for the club. Ferguson's experience and success at Manchester United make him a valuable advisor for the club's leadership. He could help develop a clear vision for the club's future, including the development of the team's young players and the identification of key transfer targets. He could also work with the club's commercial team to increase revenue and help build the Manchester United brand around the world. The main challenge with this scenario is that it may be difficult for Ferguson to have a significant impact on the team's day-to-day operations. However, if he were able to work closely with the club's leadership and provide effective advice, this scenario could lead to significant improvements in the long-term prospects of Manchester United. Scenario 5, Ferguson returns as manager. And finally, the scenario that all Manchester United fans have been dreaming of, Sir Alex Ferguson returns to the dugout as Manchester United manager. In this scenario, Ferguson would take over from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as the club's manager and lead the team back to its former glory. Ferguson's track record of success at Manchester United speaks for itself. He won 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, and 2 Champions League titles during his tenure at the club. His return as manager would be a massive boost to the morale of the players and fans alike. The main challenge with this scenario is that Ferguson is now 80 years old and has not managed a top-level team for several years. It remains to be seen whether he would be willing and able to take on the demands of managing a top club like Manchester United once again. So, there you have it, the top 5 scenarios for what would happen if Sir Alex Ferguson returned to Manchester United. Each scenario presents its own unique challenges and opportunities, but one thing is clear: Ferguson's return would be a massive boost to the club and its fans. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to show your support by giving it a like and sharing it with others. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss upcoming videos. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video.